Hey guys, it's Ashley, and I'm bringing you guys the book haul that I promised you guys. And okay, first of all, I'm gonna say I'm sorry that this isn't my webcam. Still have yet to get a camera, and my other camera that I'm using, it like messes up after like 5 minutes. So yeah, and the lighting in my room, I open up my blinds, but since the whole time changing thing, it gets darker, lighter. So yeah. And I know I said that I was going to post this book haul on Saturday, but I lost internet on Friday. Yeah, it was bad. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make excuses or anything, but it's the truth. Okay, and that whole Friday reads thing, um, like I said, I lost internet Friday, and I had internet on my phone and stuff, but it wouldn't let me upload the video. The video was on my phone anyway, but it wouldn't let me upload it because it was too large or something, and I needed free Wi-Fi to upload it, and I don't know. I don't know, it's weird. Okay, so on to the book haul, and I hope you guys like this, and please let me know if you read any of these books and how they were and stuff. So yeah. Okay, so the first one um, was printed off from my computer, and it was free download. But it's America at the Tipping Point by Gary Fraser with Jim Ross and Heller Hooser. That guy came to my church and preached, and I think he said something about like the publisher like falling through or something, and he mentioned that it was a free download on his website. Excuse me, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Okay, so took I took 2 trips to Walmart, and the first book I got there is originally $9.99. Got it for $8.49, and it's The Iron Prince by Julie Kagawa. I pronounced her last name like Kagawa. Lately, I've been like hearing people pronounce her last name differently than I do, so I'm like, oh well. And okay, I gotta say, like, I love the edges to this book, and I just love how it's like this and stuff. And I love the color of this, but I'm not the biggest fan of like I love the color of it, but I'm not the biggest fan of the cover, and I'm not the biggest fan of the Iron Face series either. But this is Megan's little brother Ethan, and even though he was a very very minor character in the Iron Face series, I just thought he was adorable, and I am excited to see his point of view. So hopefully it'll be better though. The next one that I got from Walmart, the second trip, is originally $19.99. I got $13.99. It's Finale by Becca Fitzpatrick. This is the final novel to the Hush Hush saga, and this is a Walmart exclusive. Patch's love letter to Nora. And I gotta say, okay, so I am not a Hush Hush person at all. I've heard so many good things about Hush Hush, and when I finally got the book, I was like, okay, going into high expectations. And um, when I read it, I hated it. I'm sorry, you Hush Hush fans. I did not like Hush Hush at all, and I did get Crescendo and hardback because it was on sale for only $5.97, and I had a gift card, so that wasn't wasting money. And so when I read Crescendo, I was going in with a very very low expectations, and I loved Crescendo. And I know that's saying like something because so many Hush Hush fans love Hush Hush but hate Crescendo, and so many fans say that Crescendo is the worst book in the series, and it's my favorite so far. So I'm crazy, I guess. But anyway, Lucinda was good enough for me to get Silence, and Silence was just okay to me, but it was still good enough for me to get Finale. So I'm really excited to read this. The next 2 books I got in October are from the Dollar Tree actually, so they're both $1, which is really good because they're both not only both hardbacks, but hardbacks are so expensive, but um, you know, but this one right here, okay, it's like kind of messed up. I didn't really see it. I'm not sure if it was messed up when I brought it to the car or what, but it's only $4, so I can't even complain. But it's Children of the Lamp by P.B. Kerr. This is the first book to the series. Not even sure how to pronounce the series, but the series I think is like more for like it's I don't even know because the main protagonists are 12 years old, so I don't know. I guess it's more for the, like, that type of audience, but I think this just reminded me of Aladdin. I love Aladdin, so yeah. And the next book, and the last book I got at the Dollar Tree, the last book I got in October, um, were laid over from Padford and Problem Zone 7. She mentioned this in her October wrap-up video, and the day that I watched that video was the day that I found this book, and it's Bliss by Laura Miracle, and I just thought, okay, okay, she said it was good and stuff, and I mean, I know there's some books that she's interested in that I wouldn't be interested in, so I was kind of hesitant to get this, but I'm like, it's $1. If I don't like it, at least I only paid for $1 for it. But I ended up loving this, so that kind of blew my mind, and I never read any books by Laura Miracle before, so yeah. Okay, now all the books that I got in November, which is 11 books, so yeah. The first 5 books I got from this bookstore, and they had this sale, like, buy 3 bargain books and get 1 free. But anyway, this book was originally $14.99. I got it for $5.97. It's Gardenias for Breakfast by Robin Jones Gunn, and she's a really awesome author. Really enjoy her writing, and this will be the most different read I've read from her, because all the books I read by her were in third point of view, and this is in first, so this will be a different feel for me, but hopefully I'll like it. The next one is originally $12.99, got it for $4.97. It's Surrender the Heart by Mary Lou Tyndall, and I know there's 2 books in the series so far. This is the first book to Surrender the Destiny series, and I gotta say that this sounds really awesome, and I know I didn't really clarify what the others were about. I'm sorry. But I know that this one's about this woman named Mary Ann and descendants in War of 1812, and she has to marry to unlock her inheritance, and she has to get the money for her mother's medical care and something about her sister and stuff. But the guy that she needs to marry, not necessarily because she wants to, but she needs the money. But the guy doesn't want her to marry her either, so he runs away. But she chases him down to get him back, and it's this whole craziness and stuff happens. So I'm really excited to read this, and hopefully I'll like it. And yeah, the next 2 were originally $13.99. They're on sale for $3.97, and one of these I got for free. Not sure which one, but it's The Last Disciple and The Last Sacrifice by Hank Hingroff and Stephen Thrower. This is book 1 and book 2 in the Last Disciple series. I know that there's 3 books in the series so far. I'm not sure if there's any more, but not really even sure what these were about. I know they're historical, and I think they place in the biblical times, so I don't know. And it looks like it's getting darker and darker and stuff. But anyway, gotta hurry up then. So the next one was not on sale, but I had a 30% coupon, and it's A Love Surrender by Julie Lessman. This is the final novel to Winds of Change series, and Winds of Change is a sequel series to Daughter of Boston. And this one is about Stephen and Connor. The Daughter of Boston was about Faith, Charity, and Elizabeth, and they're Stephen's sisters. And then the first book was about his sister Katie, and the second book was about his brother Sean. So it's kind of like each of their own love story. And I'm really excited to read this, but I'm postponing it on reading it because I do not want the series to end. I went through Daughter of Boston and Winds of Change series so fast. I started in like August, and I'm like already almost done with it. But anyway, I'm kind of like disappointed in the size of this, but relieved too. Like the first 2 books in the series were like 500 pages, and this one's 394 pages, which I'm sad about because that means I'll be done with it quicker, but relieved too because usually when authors make a last book of the series, they just ramble on, and it's thicker than it should have been. So I'm kind of relieved in that sense. Okay, so I ended up going back to the Dollar Tree got two more books, and I love this cover, but it's Jack Toomer by Anthony McGowan, and started it, but couldn't really get into it, so kind of disappointed in that. But it was only $1, but maybe I'll come back to it again, and it's I knew that while going into it, it'll be a rough read for me, and well, not rough read, just different because I haven't read many books in the first point of view of being a guy. The last one I got in the Dollar Tree was Sex to Me, The All True Confessions of Mina Hamilton, Teen Vampire Maybe by Kimberly Foley. This is the first book to the Sex to Me series, and this one looks really humorous and funny. I'm not a big vampire person ever since Twilight, but I do love Vampire Academy series, by the way. But I'm not a big vampire person, so. But this just like seems humorous to me, so maybe I'll get a laugh out of it, not necessarily to like, you know, like, I don't know. I'm not saying she was making fun of vampires, but it just like seems humorous, and I've read like the first two chapters already, and I really love the person telling the story, Mina. I really like her character and stuff, and she was like makes me laugh and stuff, and I don't know. But anyway, from what I know about this, she's human and her parents are vampires, and she ends up having to choose between whether or not she wants to become a vampire or not. And I ended up going to this bookstore that's not the one by my house, but a different one, and they have used and new books, and the new books are usually always 10% off, and their used books are usually always half off. The 3 books I got there were half off, and I got A Great and Terrible Beauty and Rebel Angels by Emember Bray, and both these were new used too, and they're pretty good condition, except for Rebel Angels has this right here, and I don't like how it has this right here either, but if I like it, I'll probably just get a new copy. But the other copy they had on here that didn't have this, I had a big scene on it, so I'm like, no. Even though it has that, but anyway, it doesn't look, probably, you know, it's kind of like used right here, you can tell. But other than that, it was pretty good condition, and I'm currently reading this book right now. And I never read anything by Emember Bray before. I know that sounds shocking, but most of the bookshelf tours I've seen has these books on it, and I'm kind of curious, but kind of worried too, because I usually don't like anything other people like, so yeah. I'm enjoying this book so far. But yeah. Then the last book, and they did have the last book to the series, but it was new, and I thought it was new, but I wasn't sure, so that's why I brought it up. But I'm like, you know what? I didn't have the money at the time, so I was like, okay, I'll just get the used ones. Okay, the next one just came out like 4 months ago, maybe, and they had this used half off, you guys, half off, and it's hardback. So I paid like $9 for it, like around $9 for it. The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa, the first book to Blood of Eden series, and I gotta say, I'm actually really excited to read this. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the Iron Man series, nor am I a big fan of vampires, like I said, but I did read like the first 2 chapters, and I really enjoyed it, so I gotta see where it goes, and I think I might just postpone reading this until the second one comes out, because I have a feeling I actually might like this one. It's just, I'm still nervous for it, because usually all the books that other people love, I don't usually do, and I already mentioned that. So yeah, hopefully I like it though. And I ended up going to Barnes & Noble after that, and I had this book when it first came out, and I stupidly gave books away my senior year to my English teacher, and that was a stupid move on my part. A freaking stupid move, which I didn't give away, and I just was so dumb. It's seriously one of my favorite books, and it's ridiculous. I don't understand myself, and it's something I regret, but it was on sale, and it is first edition, and so it's hardback, and it was on sale for $6.98, and it's the Hospice Empire. Okay, so I don't like the Twilight series. I'm just gonna flat out say that I do not like the Twilight series. I would read that series just because of new moon and eclipse. And I know that sounds weird because usually new moon and eclipse are usually the everyone's least top two least favorite books in a series, but I like New Moon because Edward wasn't in it, really. I don't like Edward. Sorry, Edward fans, but I don't like Edward, and because I thought the character development with Jacob was so amazing, and I liked Eclipse because that had the most action in it. But anyway, it wasn't the biggest fan of the Twilight series. At the time, I was when it first was coming like around at first, when I first got into it, but then after it died down, I'm like, why didn't I like that series? But anyway, loved the host. I'm not the biggest fan of Aliens, and I haven't read it since it first came out, which was in 2008, but I really need to read this again. But I know I still love it when I reread it. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go see the movie or not. I'm not sure, to be honest with you, because I don't really like the cast. But I love the girl that is playing Lena. I'm just still debating whether or not to see it because she isn't what I pictured, and but if I do go see it, this will be the movie that whether or not declares whether she will be one of my favorite actresses, because I loved her in The Little Bones and I've loved her in Hannah, and she is such an amazing actress, like such an amazing actress. But I don't know, it just kind of like irritates me. This is an adult book. Why couldn't they just? I know that she's like 18, so she's technically an adult, but it just frustrates me. It's like, why is everyone turning in everything for teens? And it's like, come on now, really? But anyway, check this out. If you're not a big Twilight fan person, just check this out. And the last four got the Salvation Army, and they're all 99 cents. Got Kill or Be Killed by Robert Scott. This is a cheating husband, a diabolical plot, and an innocent woman's brutal murder. It's a true crime novel. Yeah. And the next two is The Bad Beginnings and A Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket. And first two books in the Unfortunate Events series. And I'm super excited to own these two. They did have books 3 and 4, and I should have just got them. But I didn't for some reason. I should have just. I'm like an idiot. I should have just gotten them. And the last book I have here, and the last book I got, The Salvation Army, is The White Queen by Pilba. I'm not even sure of her name, but it's Gregory. This one you can totally tell it's used. But hey, it's 99 cents, and I've been wanting to read this book so bad. And it's the first book to the Cousins War series, so I've been wanting to read it. Been hearing like really amazing things from it, by it, yeah. So that's all the books I have here, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and please let me know what you think. Bye.